Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru, Coach Frenchie. Today, episode 100 already. Thank you to be with us every single day to watching the Habs Daily News. What do you have on the menu today, Coach? First of all, I want to talk about the Habs players right in NCAA. Then I'm going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, the depth chart for everything they have with the hockey players. Then I'm going to talk about the Dadonov'S. The value of Dadonov'S could be bigger what the people are expected. Then I want to talk about the World Junior Championship update because the preliminary is over. And finally, I'm going to talk about Connor BEDARD, his special wrist shot. So don't go nowhere. But before we start, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and of course, leave me a comment below the episode. What? 100. Let's talking about our first subject of the day. Today, guys, I want to talk about Dadonov'S, his value. What are you talking about? I want to show to you possible Montreal Canadiens could get bigger of what the people are thinking about if they trade him at the trade deadline next February. If he have an amazing, great year with the Montreal Canadiens, I think his value is going to be increasing. So how they can do this? First of all, he did it in the past. What are you talking about, Coach? Listen, Dadonov'S played great in NHL since he returned. Let's see his stats. First of all, he came back with the Florida Panthers and 17 and 18, 65 points and 74 with 28 goals. He did the same thing the following year with 70 points with Barkov and Huberdeau. His last season with them, he got 47 points with 25 goals again and 69 games. So he produced. He went to Ottawa, did not do well over there for some reason. Only 13 goals and 55. That gave him about 20 goals again. And then last season with the Vegas, he had 20 goals and 78 games and 43 points. When he got traded for Anaheim and this never happening, he came back with 16 points in the last 15 games of the season, where the reason why Vegas was still hanging there for the playoff spot because how Dadonov'S play for them. So Dadonov'S is a great offensive player. I'm going to give you another graphic about him on power play, how he score. Look, his last 5 years, 17, 18, 6 goals, following by 8, 11. Did not do nothing with Ottawa. We know he struggled over there. And then 5 goals last year with Vegas on unit number 2. He produced on even strength 5 versus 5. He produced on power play. And I think this could be really benefit for the Montreal Canadiens with Dadonov'S. So if Martin St. Louis use him properly, his value could increasing from the beginning of the year until February, where is the trade deadline in February, and the Montreal Canadiens could trade him, get something really big, and they could, of course, keep 50% of the salary cap of Dadonov'S is at $5 million. Something in the playoff could really use Dadonov'S to the top 9 lines they have. Again, I believe me, Dadonov'S could increasing his value if the Montreal Canadiens use him properly for the upcoming season. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. So let's talking, guys, from the NCAA player right. And I'm going to use the Montreal Canadiens, how this works for them. First of all, they have a player, his name was Brett Stapley, 23 years old, draft 5 years ago by the Montreal Canadiens, never signed a contract with Montreal, and it was his season decide to not returning with the Denver University for the upcoming year. He's become UFA because Montreal Canadiens did not keep his right released him yesterday at the deadline, and now he's become a UFA. He wants to turn professional. I'm not sure which league he's going to play, and maybe sign a contract with minor, with any team for the NHL team. But this is the end, Brad STAPLEY with the Montreal Canadiens. But we have Montreal keep Jack GORDIAK. It was the same situation with STAPLEY. So what happening there? But he returned to play for the Wisconsin University next season. So he had another year for his career. Montreal have a possibility to sign him until the next couple of months, until next August 15, 2023, if they want to keep Jack GORDIAK. So I just want to show to you the situation with the Montreal Canadiens. But now I'm going to give you the rules of the NHL player right, how this works. But first, every player or draft from the NHL team and where they are coming from, they have period of the time to sign the contract. If they draft by any junior team in North America, example, the USHL or the Canadian Hockey League, this player have a 2 years period to sign his contract with the NHL team draft. This is how it works for the junior. For the NCAA, the maximum year is 4 years. After that, they lose their right about these players. And Europe player is the same situation with the NCAA, 4 years. Then any player draft by the coming from Russia and KHL, MHL, VHL, but it's undefined. So they can come back at any time. They never lose the right of these players, honestly. Let's move on, guys, for the next subject of the day. I want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, their depth chart, what they at in July 2022. So here's, guys, a big picture of what they have inside the organization, each players, their situation, how they've been drafted by the Montreal Canadiens or signed as a UFA or by trade or claim off from the waiver. So just give you an idea who they are. And you can see at the top is the Montreal Canadiens, following by the Laval Rocket at this moment, and then following by they are the NHL Montreal Canadiens prospect for them. So you can see that list. Take your time, stop the video, because I don't want to talk about each one of them, it will be too long. But I give you an idea, the depth chart as an organization for the Montreal Canadiens. Here we go, guys. This is the draft pick of Montreal Canadiens have for the upcoming 3 years. 11 pick, guys, in 2022. 2023, they still have about 10 picks, and then 2024, they have 8 picks. Just give you an idea. Again, Montreal continues to increasing their NHL draft picks year after year. So the pipeline of Montreal is going to be, again, better and better for the next 2 years for this organization. So I just want to show to you guys today a little bit their depth chart. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. Here we go. Time to talk about the World Junior Championship 2022. Yesterday was the last day of the preliminary round for the tournament, and we have 3 games. And of course, the Canada won their game. Sweden did it, and then the Switzerland did. Of course, they win their game. The result of the score is right here. The Canada won by the score 6-3. Again, the Finland to finish first on the group number 8. Sweden beat Germany by a score of 4-2. And finally, Switzerland beat Austria by a score of 3-2. That's complete, guys. Preliminary round for the World Junior Championship. Here's the standing of the tournament. Group A and Group B. Canada finished first like the USA. Finland second on the Group A behind Canada. Latvia finished third with Czechia. Obviously, Slovakia is eliminated of this tournament. For the Group B, USA following by Sweden, Germany, and Switzerland and Austria obviously are eliminated. That's complete, guys, the standing of this tournament. And tomorrow, August 17th, we have 4 games for the quarterfinals. Finland versus Germany, Sweden versus Latvia, Canada versus Switzerland, and USA play against Czechia. And I want to finish today episode number 100 with Connor Bedard. For the last subject of the day, I want to talk about Connor Bedard. Yesterday he scored a goal, and the people talk about how he did it. Power is explosive, wrist shot, quick release is unbelievable. So I want to show to you a video how he did it in the WHL last season, and then I'm going to show to you another video how he scored a little bit a fancy goal in the WHL. Let's talking about Connor Bedard. We saw him in the last couple of days with his special wrist shot. And again, we're going to see a couple of goals he did in the WHL this season. It's just power, accuracy, strength, and well balanced from his shoulder to his skate. Just an amazing, great shot he has, Connor Bedard. Look about this one there. He has so much flex on his stick. Great move right there. Come down the backhand, come turn around. This guy is not easy. His body is on the direction to the corner, but he put his weight on his arm and he ripped that puck over there. Look again, his skate is not on the direction of the net. This one, great move right there to drag, and he put his power on his bottom of his stick to release that quick shot in the net. Look again, rip again, and that balance he has with his hand, body, and his stick is unbelievable. Another way now he scored this one over there. He makes some weight transfer properly to rip that shot with a quick release, and that accuracy he has is unbelievable. You're going to see that goal over there, guys, is who is really Connor Bedard. Use the defenseman as a screen, shoot the puck from the inside pose, and again, unbelievable the flex of his stick. One more time behind the goaltender. Look the inside of the shot, inside pose, and he score. The last one on this one, another wrist shot where he put the power of his stick only. Direction of his skate guy is not direction to the net. This is a lot of power he has inside of his stick. Let's see, Connor Bedard, a little bit fancy. He learned this watching a lot of NHL. He scored between legs. You can see that goal, unbelievable how Connor Bedard is. Let's see again this goal of Connor Bedard, and a little bit more in slow motion for you guys. Get a puck at the red lines, coming to the blue line, fake to drag, and then he completely destroyed the defenseman, and he scored with the goal between the legs. This is Connor Bedard, unbelievable. He's going to be the first round pick draft overall in NHL draft. Here we go. You just saw two great videos of Connor Bedard. His strength, power, balance, explosive, quick release. This is what Connor Bedard is, and I can't wait to see him to be drafted next year and to see him play in NHL. This guy conclude all the subject for the episode number 100. Here we go, guys. This is the end of the show today. Hopefully you enjoy it, but before we leave, we want to remind you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and leave me a comment about the episode number 100. One more time, for the 100th time, yes, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.